Okay, let's dive into this. So, drones exploding in Bulgaria and showing up in Germany. Why should anyone care? Well, personally, I think this is the most fascinating and terrifying escalation we've seen in the Ukraine war so far. Why? Because this isn't just about Ukraine anymore. It's about Europe's backyard suddenly becoming a battlefield. Imagine a drone dropping explosives near a gas pipeline that fuels half the continent. That's not just a local incident, it's a potential economic and security nightmare. And here's the kicker, nobody's claiming responsibility. Ukraine says it's not them, Russia denies it, and NATO's scrambling to figure out if this is accidental or intentional. But let's break this down. First, the Bulgaria incident. A drone blew up near the Trans-Balkan pipeline, which connects Turkey to Ukraine. If that pipeline went down, Europe's energy crisis would hit a whole new level. The Bulgarian PM says it was a Ukrainian-made Maya drone, but Ukraine's like, not ours, bro. So, what's the deal here? Maybe a malfunction? Or is this a case of proxy warfare where neither side wants to admit fault? What makes this really interesting is the plausible deniability. If Ukraine's drones are flying into NATO territory because of technical failures, that's a huge operational flaw. But if someone's hacking or manipulating these drones to provoke NATO, that's a whole different level of hybrid warfare. Now, Germany. 2 drones at a military base with US Patriot gear? Another near a NATO logistics hub? This isn't random. These aren't hobby drones buzzing over Berlin. These are sophisticated machines targeting critical infrastructure. And Germany's government isn't blaming Russia outright, but let's be real, when has NATO ever had this many unexplained drone incidents before 2022? The Russian embassy calling it a provocation? Classic deflection. But here's the thing, if Russia's behind this, why now? Is this a test of NATO's readiness? A warning shot? Or is someone inside Ukraine's military making moves Kiev can't control? And NATO's response? Ruda and the US ambassador talking tough about defending every inch, but what does that mean practically? Do they shoot down drones near pipelines? Deploy more counter-drone tech? The problem is, these incidents blur the line between war and peace. If a drone crashes in a sunflower field and nobody claims it, how do you retaliate? This raises a deeper question. Can alliances like NATO adapt to threats that are neither full-scale invasions nor domestic terrorism? A detail I find fascinating? Bulgaria and Romania beefing up border patrols. Why those countries? They're NATO's weaker links, geographically close to Ukraine, less military presence. If drones are slipping through there, it's a sign that Europe's eastern flank has vulnerabilities Russia could exploit. And Germany's base in Metternich? That's where they store parts for air defenses. Targeting that isn't just symbolic, it's strategic. Take out Patriot gear, and NATO's air umbrella gets a lot thinner. So, what's the takeaway? This isn't just about drones. It's about how modern warfare is evolving. Invisible threats, unclear actors, and infrastructure as the new frontline. If you take a step back and think about it, Europe's been lucky so far. No direct hits on civilians from Russian strikes until now. A drone explosion in a field is a lucky break. But what if next time it's over a city? The real danger here isn't the drones themselves, it's the uncertainty. Nobody knows who's flying them, who's controlling them, or what their endgame is. And in that vacuum of answers, paranoia thrives. So, what do you think? Is this the start of a new phase in the war, or just a series of accidents? And more importantly, is NATO ready for a conflict where the enemy isn't just across the border, but in the skies above Berlin? Let me know in the comments, because this is the kind of stuff that keeps me up at night.